Hello, it's Bob74H back for another video today. Today I'm talking about trends and why I hate them. The whole like problem with trends I have, it's so in the spur of the moment. Follow the proper thing going on right now. And I'm a very anti-populist person. I don't follow the masses for most situations because most of the time the masses are fucking retarded. That and I just don't really care to be like a sheep. Plus, it's just there's no passion to it. They like the thing that is going on now, and then they move on to the next thing and forget about whatever was going on before, as if it never happened, and then they never talk about it again. This was the case with Puss in Boots. It lasted a week. Then they talked about Spider Verse, the Mario movie, Barbie now, I guess, Oppenheimer, and then it keeps going to the next thing, to the next thing. And then there was God of War Ragnarok too, but it just like they keep talking about the next thing, the next thing. The same thing with the Marvel movies, like Thor: Love and Thunder, whatever the fuck. It's just trend, trend, trend. There's no actual like passion to the actual discussion. It's just like a job almost. They're discussing it because it's the recent thing, not because it's actually like of interest. Which I guess is fine. I mean, you could do that. I just don't personally like that like kind of approach. And of course, that's like a subjective thing, but I think it lacks nuance or care for the actual material. Like, I'm not gonna watch a medium because people think it's popular. I mean, I've done this out of spite before, where I'm like, this movie that's been out for a year and people watched it and thought it was good. I'm gonna watch it like a month later because I don't want to follow the trend. I did this with oh my god, what was that movie called? I'm blanking right now. I'll probably remember in a minute. But I did that with some movies. So, oh yeah, it was Puss in Boots. That's what I did it with. I watched it like a month after people were hyping it up, and by that point, nobody even cared. But I did it specifically because I wanted to see the movie, but I didn't want it to be like a entirely I'm just following a trend thing. If I'm gonna watch a movie, I'm watching it because I want to watch it, not because like random people on the internet are telling me to do so. I guess like you can have that. That could be your prerogative, and you can believe whatever the random retards on the internet tell you. That could be your. That could be your. That could be your thing. That could be your. That could be your motto. That could be whatever. That could be your thing you want to do. And that could be your passion. You could have that as your passion. I will believe and do whatever the random idiots on the internet say. And more power to you. You can do that. But I will die before I do that. And that will be my that will be on my tombstone. Like I will die before I admit to doing that or ever like concede to that line of thinking. Like people to this day are like pissed at me because I don't like believe the random on the internet about like Sasori or Momoshiki. Like it's like I mean you guys have the power to like believe randoms on the internet contrary to fact. You can, believe every liberal bullshit idea that, like the mainstream media, CNN, the government, the big tech tells you. You have that prerogative. That's your right. You can do whatever the media and the establishment tells you. But for me, I'm not like a man who likes to be ordered around. I have enough of that in my own life. I don't need to I don't need more I don't need that online too. Like maybe these people have a very very free life where they have so much liberty and freedom that it doesn't really matter to them if they have any people bossing them around. But to me, I have a very controlling family and I have a very controlling life, and the last thing I need is random retards on the internet bossing me around. That's the last thing I need. Of course, if you want random retards on the internet bossing you around, you want the media bossing you around, good for you. I'm not doing that, though. And here's the thing, too, that I don't really like. I know this turned into me being, like, anti-populist, anti-whatever, but I think it's a tangential relation. This has a huge relationship with how, I'm viewing, like, trends, because it's very much the people following each other, following what they're told, instead of following what they personally believe. And that's kind of the case with this buying into whatever the media tells you crap. These same trenders probably believed everything the government said about COVID. And I don't mean like dead ass you're a Republican and COVID doesn't exist and it's like a lie and it's all fake type shit. I just mean like it's a plague and you're literally gonna die if you get it type shit. Like that's obviously copium. People were on the streets like and they never died. En masse at least. So I mean, of course, people are going to believe what they want to believe, regardless of my own statements, or regardless of any evidence I have to say, regardless of any logic I provide, because that's how people are. They're biased sacks of shit who have no reason for anything and are utterly retarded. This goes for most groups because most groups have an intrinsic bias towards whatever they specifically wish to believe. This goes for very nigh religious people who think the earth is flat, evolution isn't real, yada yada. This goes for hardcore liberals who have a religious belief in whatever bullshit they buy into. This idea that men have it so easy and that, we live like kings. This goes for those groups of people. No amount of reason, no amount of evidentiary evidence is going to convince, delusional fuckwards like those people of anything. They're going to believe what they want to believe. That's their ideology, and that's how it is to them. If you disagree, then you're like you're a Nazi or whatever the fuck they're shaming you with, or you're like what is it? You're a bastard, or you're a guy who hates God, or you hate religion, or whatever the fuck, because you disagree with like evidentiary incorrect parts of the Bible that therefore I guess you hate all religion, whatever. Or you're like a piece of shit. Like it's just like they just shame you because you don't follow in with their ideology. This goes for like every group ever. Doesn't really matter on the Pacific group. This goes for every group though. I'm trying to think of the term they call people when they like religious people when they don't like them. I can't think of the term right now. But the point being is every group kind of like has their own shaming tactics. And I mean, I could make a whole video on like why I don't really particularly agree with either groups. But, regardless of what I say or do, I'm gonna piss off somebody. That's kind of just the reality of the internet. like I could deadass say, yeah, I'm fine with like trans people existing and having the right to like transition if they want, get the medical surgery, but I don't think they should like be trying to like go in front of kids, be sexual, or like trying to show sexual material in school. Like that's gonna piss off both sides, but it's a fairly nuanced position that's in the middle of what both sides are saying, and I think it's a fair compromise. But if I don't go all the way and say, well, kids should be sexualized by these like creeps, and I don't say, well, we should probably like illegalize them and like put them in like camps for like re-education. I guess it's like you're bad if you don't go on the extreme of either, because that's how the internet is. If you're not if you're not an extreme alt-right type dude who like hates like every LGBTQ dude, then you're bad or whatever. And if you're not an extreme leftist who hates men and is go pro woman, then you're obviously bad and evil. No nuance really in between. You're either 100% with me or 100% against me. Because that's how the internet is. If you're not 100% on the side of this dude, then you're bad. And people are like, why do young men kill themselves? Well, life is shit in the real world, and the internet is also shit. Like, it's so sad. Like, the internet should be an escape from real life bullshit, but like, it's just like, for me, at least I feel like it's just like school. Like for me, school when I was younger was like an escape from the shitty home life, and then the shitty home life was an escape from school. Like both were like escapes for each other. The shitty school life was an escape from the shitty home life, and vice versa. And now it's like the shitty internet life is the escape from. And it's like, I signed off of Discord recently, and I'm like, I'm done with Discord because it's just so shitty, the environment there. And I get tired of it. It's like I'm done with Discord. I'm done with it. I'm fed up. People are so fucking dishonest. I get tired of it. And it's like I have enough dishonesty. I have enough bullshit in my own life. I don't want to deal with this. Fuck you people. And I left. That was the end of it. I mean, and it's like I think I have like 9, 10 servers, and I deleted all of them. I did not delete it. I like handed them off to other people because it's like I'm not succeeding with this. My servers aren't getting anywhere. It's pretty much been a total failure. And whenever I get online, I constantly like fucking cuss people out because of stress, and I just don't fucking like them because they're dishonest pieces of shit. Like if you know like anime manga discourse bullshit, you'll know you'll know full well that like accuracy to the manga, whatever the fuck, is like a big talking point, right? And I was talking to some dude, and I was like, yeah, man, I think FMA03 is better because its characters, as an example, the homunculi have more depth than the Brotherhood version. And he's like, I disagree. I think Brotherhood's better. I'm like, you don't. Can you tell me why? He couldn't give me a reason. I'm like, this is the problem with you guys. You guys only say Brotherhood is better because it's more accurate. And he's like, no, I don't think that. It's just because I think it's better. And it's like he couldn't even provide a reason. And I knew damn well that's the reason. Couldn't provide me an actual reason. And on top of that, on top of that, he acted dumb, like he didn't know that is a big talking point in the anime manga group. I say anime and manga group as if it's like the same group, but manga people hate anime, and anime people don't hate manga. So it's kind of not really that way, but it kind of is in a sort of way. Because anime fans don't hate manga, but manga fans hate anime. Anyway, point being, I can't stand internet people because they're so intellectually dishonest. They'll know exactly what you're talking about, but they'll pretend they have no idea, because they'll pretend they have no idea because they're dishonest. They have these beliefs, they just don't care what actually is the truth of the matter, and they want to believe what they want to believe. And for me, it's like I don't even feel like associating with people on the internet because of that. And of course, I'm gonna get some guy in the comment section just saying, "Stay mad, you piece of shit." And it's like, okay, whatever, fuck you. I guess this kind of got off topic, but I don't really specifically care. I think this was a fair talking discussion about like various media points and the kind of broader culture. I think I'm gonna phrase my videos more as like a discussion topic as of late. So if you like this video and me just ranting and raving about whatever's going on, then I guess you could subscribe and I'll do more. Thanks, and have a good day.